panel. Thank you for joining us on Newstalk Lunchtime. There are reports that a school in Limerick is to decide shortly whether a father will be allowed to pull his daughter out of religion class. A request from her dad was rejected last week by the principal of the college in question, Castle Troy College. The man in question, his name is Paul Drury. He claims he was told last week by the school that religion, well, it's a mandatory subject. He can't opt out of it. But the law in the country states that parents have the right to withdraw their children from religious instruction. There appears to be a bit of a contradiction here. Jane Donnelly is the Human Rights Officer with Atheist Ireland. Hopefully she'll be able to clear it up. Jane, you had a similar experience to Paul Drury when your own kids were in school.
I did indeed. My children went to Skerries Community College, and that is one of these designated community colleges. There's about maybe 45 of them in the country, and they come under the patronage of the VEC, but they have an agreement with the local archdiocese. In my case, it was the Catholic Archdiocese of Dublin. And basically they're religious schools. They have Catholic religious instruction in the school, and they have a religious ethos. So I had the same experience. I was told by the school that the religion course was for all religions and none. And we discovered, my daughter, after about 3 months, came to me and showed me the books, and she said, this is not what we thought it was. And I discovered that they combined the state religion course with the guidelines for the faith formation and development of Catholic students.
Okay.
And, I mean, I had to fight to get my children out of that course.
But did you get them out of it in the end?
I got them out of them in the end. But this is what we get absolutely lots of complaints from parents about this course at second level. And in ETBs, these VEC schools, and in Catholic schools as well. And parents have a constitutional right to opt their children out of anything that is against their conscience, and in particular this type of course.
Okay, but why is that? Why is that not happening?
It's not happening. That right is not reflected on the ground. They cannot get their children out of the course because the schools are saying that this course is a core subject and it's for all religions and none.
Okay, now I had the experience recently of going to an Educate Together primary school, and I didn't realise that they taught religion there as well. They do it in a different way, but it's still mandatory and on the curriculum. The logic would dictate that works and can work in theory at second level as well. But what you're saying is it's not the kind of multicultural, multi-religion type model that's taught at second level. It's all integrated with the overarching religion of the school, be that Catholic or Protestant.
Yes, that is what's happening. But we must look at the state course as it is. The purpose, one of the main aims of the state course, which is a junior and a leaving cert subject, is to promote the moral and spiritual development of all students through religious education. Now, that wouldn't be suitable for atheists and secularists and humanists. So the course itself is not suitable, and it's a breach of the rights, the human rights of atheists and secularists. So you can opt your children out.
Is it the idea of being taught about religion that you're objecting? I mean, surely it's still worth learning about it.
That is not what is happening here. If you're taught about religions and beliefs, that is one subject, and there are international guidelines about teaching about religions and beliefs called the Toledo Guiding Principles. Now, the course at second level, the state course, is not in accordance with those guidelines because those guidelines must that religion course must be delivered in an objective, critical and pluralistic manner.
And you don't feel that's what's happening. Okay, so what are the options then for parents? You obviously succeeded in getting your children withdrawn from those classes. Mr. Drury is fighting for this in the school in Limerick. If a precedent has been set in one location, surely it applies to the other.
It certainly does. But for some reason, the ETPs are making this, a lot of them are making this course compulsory. And we would ask the Minister for Education to send a circular letter to all schools telling them that this is an opt-out subject, that parents can opt their children out of that subject. And as Paul has said in an interview, he said that it should be an opt-in subject, that when you get your subjects, like you can opt into French or you can opt into different subjects, that you could, it's an option, that this religion course, that we shouldn't, and our children shouldn't be obliged to take it. It shouldn't be a core curriculum.
Is it a case that you object to the idea of religion being taught in schools in general, though?
No, Atheist Ireland would welcome a course about religions and beliefs at both primary and second level, as long as it was in accordance with the Toledo guiding principles. And we were on record at the Forum of Patronage and Pluralists as saying that.
Jane Donnelly, Human Rights Officer with Atheist Ireland, thanks very much for joining us. We did get a statement from the Education and Training Boards Ireland asking what the policy was. See if you can make sense of this. A designated community college is an ETB school where the management of the school is governed by a specific agreement between the ETB and a trustee partner, the local diocese and or a religious congregation or other recognised school patron. The model agreement refers to the agreement between the ETB and the trustee partner, an agreement that, as well as giving the trustee partner a role in the management of the school, gives the trustee partner a role in determining the school's characteristic spirit. I have no idea what that means. I don't know whether that means you can take your child out of the class. I don't know whether that means that religion is being taught in a way that is skewed towards one type of religion in secondary school rather than the other. I think that's what it means. But with a policy as convoluted as that, no wonder there's confusion over the whole thing.